Hello, hello, and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I missed you guys. I'm sure you missed me. I actually didn't. I enjoyed time with family. I hope you did and didn't even think about me last week. That's the way it's supposed to be. All right. Anyways, this show is dedicated to helping business owners dramatically improve their bottom line with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. I'm your host and coach, Wayne Belisle, also the founder of a local CPA firm. Started in 1992, so you do the math. Been a while. um, that works with business owners to help them make more money and keep more of it from the IRS. I do that with our profit coaching programs and our tax planning systems, which have saved my clients millions of dollars over the forever. Been doing this for a long time. And again, like I say every week, all legally. I love my clients, but I don't want to share a jail cell with them. Today, we're going to talk about how smart business owners reduce their taxes. All right. First, today's show is brought to us by Profit Maximizer Publishing, Profit Maximizer Publishing, which published my book, The 90-Day Profit Reset, which shows you how to gain your independence from reduced cash flow, shrinking margins, and evaporating customer base. In this book, you will find chapter after chapter and idea after idea about how you can turn around your business and reset your profits from red to black in 90 days or fewer, even if you're making money. This book has tons of advice that will help you make even more. And truthfully, can't beat the price. I think it's still $4.95 on Kindle. All right. Look, one of the things in my 40 plus years, and I don't even want to add that up either. So I started when I was in college, really. It was a long time ago, all this gray hair and wrinkles, and tells you. One of the things that's told me preparing taxes for business owners has taught me is that some business owners legally pay less in taxes than other business owners, even if they make the same amount. I call these that pay less my smart business owners. I heard somebody say recently, and I'm going to steal a line. Yes, you have to pay your taxes. That doesn't mean you need to leave a tip. Thought it was a wonderful line because it's the truth. Okay, smart business owners take tax planning seriously. I'm busy right now. Started couple weeks ago at least, and all the way up till Christmas with tax planning. All right. Tax planning is one of the few guarantees a business owner will ever get. You're guaranteed to pay less in taxes unless you had a loss in your business. Even then, might be able to get some money back from taxes you paid in prior years. Who knows? But definitely, we can talk about it. But if you've got a business and you're paying taxes, it's a rare thing indeed if I can't come up with some ways to help you save money. I have a program I use that looks through 1,500 different tax strategies, and we look at it and say, yeah, this one works for this client. Nah, not yet. This one's better for next year, whatever. So we go through it like that. What I commonly hear though is I'm way too busy. I don't worry about tax planning. I hire a good CPA, tax preparer, or whatever. What they fail to understand is that there's considerably fewer things we can do recommend after the year end to cut their tax bill. It's like Cinderella at the ball. Once midnight comes, dress turns to rags, the horses go back to being mice, and the fancy carriage goes back to being a pumpkin. That's how it is with tax planning. Once it's January 1st, it's history. And like I keep joking, bad joke. Haven't found the form yet that let me extend December 31st. Doesn't exist, okay? Once it's there, it's there. All I can do at that point is report your information correctly in a way that minimizes your tax as much as possible, but the number of arrows in my quiver is vastly reduced. There are some things I can do, but not a lot. How much can you save? I got a manufacturing company. We cut their um, taxes from 591,000 to 230, and they pocketed that much of an income tax save. Retail company 471,000. We cut their income from 471 to 147. They saved 108,000. The manufacturing company saved 125. Dentist 22,000. Consulting company 277,000. Construction company 325,000. Every single thing we did was legal and clearly outlined in the tax law. Like I say in every episode when I start, I love my clients. Don't wish to share a jail cell with them. Why does tax planning work? Well, it works because it gives you time to do things with your business that you can't do after the year ends. It's really just a matter of being proactive before the year is over rather than reactive and just dropping your stuff off at your tax preparer sometimes in the spring. We start with your company's year to date income as of today, if possible, and estimate sales and expenses from today's date until the end of the year. That's why I really like to wait until the third quarter is over. Most business owners have a pretty good feel for how the year is going and know what's coming in the pipeline 30, 60, 90 days. Beyond that, we're pushing a little bit. Then we work together to create a customized plan for you, listing individual tax saving ideas and tax savings that will result from each one. Why the tax savings from each one? Well, we might talk to an owner and find out they have a retirement plan. So we write down, you could put $60,000 in a retirement plan, but you're going to have to pay $60,000. Let's say it saves you $20,000, you're still out $40,000. Can you afford to do that? Or is there better use of funds advertising and expanding your business? We discuss that. So it's not just like do this. Now, you should never make any decision based 100% on tax strategy. It's never a good idea. Maybe that extra 40,000, like I said, would be better for a marketing plan to bring in more business. Only the business owner knows for sure. That's why we call it a customized plan, because it's based on what you need, what's based on what's best for your business. Of course, no one can tell you how much money tax planning will save you in advance, but my experience is you will save on taxes every time you do year-end tax planning. Look, at this time of year, what I'm doing is I'm pretty much guaranteeing I'm going to save them at least 4 times my fee. That's a guarantee. The fee's fixed, but if I don't feel like it can save you more than 4 times, I had 2 calls yesterday. It's 2 or 3 yesterday, where I just picked up the phone and called them and said, look, it's not worth paying me to do the full-blown tax plan. Do A, B, and C. That's the best for you right now. All right. Next thing, smart business owners call their tax advisors before making major financial decisions. I've got a few like that. I had a guy, every CPA and tax preparer can tell you stories about taxpayers who did something and just didn't seem to think it was important to ask about the tax consequences because they listened to their golf buddy. Literally, I have a golf story. Guy took out money out of his pension plan when he turned 59 because his buddy told him there wouldn't be a penalty once he turned 59. Unfortunately, the law is 59 and a half. Rather than picking up the phone and call me, I don't charge for phone calls. Hello. Make it easy so that people can call me in advance. It cost him $5,000 for listening to his buddy. I hope he got it right. Got another one, called me, sold the building, was going to buy another building, wanted to put a 1031 exchange in place. Well, he had just closed. That's something you have to set up before you close. All right. So again, that was a good mistake. It's, I think $100,000 is what it cost them. All right. Smart business owners keep good accounting records. If you don't have good accounting records, I can almost promise you that you're overpaying your tax. You're not recording all the cash you spent. You're not keeping track of the items you paid for out of your personal accounts. You're not thinking of the purchases you put on credit cards. You can't defend yourself in an audit because you don't have any documentation to support your deductions. Without good accounting records, you simply are going to pay more in taxes. Like I hear people say, yeah, but I don't have to report all my income. Well, in today's world, just about all your income is being reported to the IRS, and they're working on doing more and more of that. Forget who it is, it's PayPal and somebody else. I forget who. They're now reporting to the IRS. I'm pretty sure it's PayPal, but there was a couple of companies that a lot of people use. Smart business owners get their records to their tax preparer early. If you plan on showing up between April 1st and April 15th with a complicated return, you're better off waiting till May or June. You want your tax preparer to have the time to prepare your return accurately. When we make a mistake on a return, it's almost always on a return we're preparing just a few days before the deadline, which is why we don't. It's just that simple. We basically just, if you come in after a certain date, me and my staff are tired, we're just going to file an extension. The dangerous one is don't wait till October, because there's no more extensions after October 15th. And if you come in after October 1st, I'm probably not going to get it done. No, we're not going to make mistakes. Right? So, look, we're going to do our best to make sure you pay no more than you're legally required to. I'm sorry. Yes, I skipped ahead. I wanted to finish something. Look, a lot of times, like I said, September and October, a mistake is simply more likely to occur. I don't even call these mistakes. A lot of times we're forced to make an estimate just to get your return done, and then the information comes in later. I don't even do that anymore. Sorry. It's either get me the stuff or we're not going to be able to finish it. And there's no good reason to wait till September, October. The people who wait till then could have easily got into us in June or July. Truthfully, next year I'm probably just going to schedule a trip out of town October 5th, October 10th, and tell people, look, too bad. Another thing smart business owners do differently is they save for their taxes as they earn the income. If you know you're going to pay 30 to 40,000 every year, there's no good reason to wait until June to look for the cash. You're going to have to pay the taxes. That's just the nature of the beast. We're not saying we're going to eliminate your taxes. We're saying we're going to do our best to make sure you pay no more than you're legally required to, or like the guy said, pay what you're legally required to, but you're not required to leave a tip. We're going to minimize your taxes, so start saving now. Make quarterly payments. If nothing else, put the money in a savings account. What I tell a lot of business owners, if they have $1 million in gross receipts and they owe $50,000 at the end, 5% of every dollar they bring in should be set aside for taxes. Now, if we do some tax planning and bring that down, then they give themselves a refund and go on a trip. Last, smart business owners get a basic understanding of the income tax law. If you've ever been to a hockey game, and I'm a big hockey fan, when somebody doesn't know the rules, they're totally lost. After a little bit of excitement, they quickly become bored unless there's a fight or something. You have to have a basic understanding of the game to really enjoy it. Whether it's baseball, football, soccer, hockey, it doesn't really matter. Cricket, I don't get that game at all. Now, I played hockey when I was a kid. I follow it. I know the rules pretty well, but I have no misconception that I have a knowledge necessary to be a coach. That takes a deeper level of understanding far beyond what the average fan has. It's the same with business owners and taxes. We don't want you to be an experienced tax preparer, and you don't want that either. I've been doing this for 40 years. All right, pretty sure, pretty dang close to probably 50. I don't even want to add it up. Anyways, and I've been doing taxes, done thousands and thousands of tax returns for hundreds of different industries. I'm still challenged from time to time. I have another CPA in the office, an enrolled agent, and sometimes we're bouncing things back and forth to make sure we're getting it. Okay, um, so it's a chore for me to just stay current, much less ahead of the curve, which is almost impossible nowadays. So we're not trying to do that, but you do need to have a basic understanding of how it works and to structure your business accordingly. You should know two things: what information you want from your tax preparer and what information you need to provide. Somebody asked a question, good question. Do you advise business owners on what they can do with their tax savings? Not really. All right. To be honest about it, I refer them to a financial planner. I believe in sticking to my lane. We do three things. We basically do tax returns, tax planning, and business coaching. And then I have a group of financial advisors. I give them two or three people and tell them, go look at these and see who you like, who you work best with. Also, I'm not this year. I'm doing a little different. In the past years, I spent 2-3 weeks going over tax planning ideas for business owners, for rentals, and for families. I'm not going to do that this year, but they are. If you go to the YouTube channel, just search, Wayne Blau WJB, Wayne Blau CPA. You'll find the YouTube channel, and I did them last year around this time. Also, you can go to my website, wjb-cpa.com. In the left hand, I forget exactly where, across the menu board, I think it's the second from the left, it says blog. Go to the blog and you can search for tax tips. Again, those I've written it a few times, so I think it's out there a couple of times, but man, either way, whatever works for you. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Blau saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever, and we'll see you next week. Have a great December. Get ready for Christmas. Thank you. Bye. And we're out of here. Have a great weekend and